G'day everybody, this is Mr. Bravo here. This is now Sim1 part 2 of 3 of the engine rebuild. I know it's been a little bit boring at this part so far, but continue watching and I do get the engine pulled down and it does get a whole lot better. Okay, let's get back to the video. Thanks for watching. So now we got pretty good access to this motor. We should probably work on this side first, seeing that the other side's going to be a little bit harder. Now we've got to access and take the exhaust off. Now what can we do here? Now looking down here, we have a sensor on the exhaust, and we do have a clip that actually holds the exhaust from here. So we could probably take the manifold, we take the, is it manifold? We'll take this cover off, and so it gives us a better view of what we're looking at. Let's get onto that. So that was 12, no, it was 13. 12. And again, the 12 mil is doing very good for us. So let's just take that off. Oh God. Let's get a better angle at that. Oh, yeah. Inside, we might have to use a breaker bar on some of these just to kind of crack them. So let's break the next one. Oh. Okay, let's get that one off. Put him up there for a second. Okay, so that's 2. It's stuck. Because it's stuck, let's put it back in. Put it back in a little bit and wiggle it, and then it's off. So I'm going to take the extension bar off. And you need to crack, looks like 1, 2, maybe 3 down the bottom there. So let's just do that. Right now, 1 cracked. Let's crack the next one while we're here. Not so bad. Is there any more? Okay. He's coming out fairly easy. 3. And I really pay attention not to lose these bolts as I go along, because you need them all to go back in. Okay, 4. See, yep, there is another one back there. So before we go too crazy, get the extension bar back on. Where are you, little fella? I can't really see it. Aha, there it is. But I can feel it. So we don't need the extension bar on this one. Let's put the back on. I got these little ones that push button to release. There we go. So down here. Again, making sure I'm on not to strip the head. So now release that one. We'll take him out. Okay, so there's the 5th bolt, and the whole section comes off nicely. Fantastic. I'm really trying hard not to take the air conditioning apart on this. So that's that out the way. Again, while we're at it, we've got the bolts. Gee, that camera looks a little too far forward. I hope you can see. Let's see what you can see. Oh yeah, you can see. Probably would have been better there. So there's the baggie. So we'll put that with the shield. And we'll take this baggie to the shield, so we know exactly where everything goes. Alright, so now we've got really good access to all these head bolts for the exhaust manifold. And we can really see what's going on down there. I actually think it's probably best to undo this one. I had a blown out gasket anyway, which you can kind of see down here. There's the gasket blown out, so that had to come off anyway. So let's get set up for that. Now, what size is it? Now, I'm doing really well with this 12mm. Oh, it goes down there. Hang on. Is it going to be 12? Can't really tell. Let's put the socket on first. I don't think so. I'm going to go with 14. So go down here, 14. 14's a pretty good fit. Now, that side and that side. Yeah, hasn't come off for I don't know how long. It's not going to be the easiest thing to crack. Let's see how we go. Tighten, loosen. Let's get under here. Let's yeah, that's loosened. So yeah, it's got to go. Oh God! Yeah, I might have to move it just here for a second. I've got a little stand, and like a little wobbly stand, and I can move you all over the place. So, okay, I've loosened it up a fair bit down here. I've had to have a couple of goes at it with the ratchet, and there we have the nut off that side. So that's one side. Now we're going to do the other side, which is the harder side. So can't really see what I'm doing here. I do know I'm on. Now I've got to kind of get in and break that one too. Give me a little more room there. Oh, not much room to swing a hammer in here. It's not a hammer. Oh. Nope. I'm going to have to come back in a minute. Okay, if I sound a little puffed, it's because I am. 10 minutes and 3 tries later, I finally got it cracked. So, I only just cracked it. Okay, so now we just got to play with it a bit. And try and get it off. I can't really see it. I'm just going kind of by feel under here. Sometimes when they're loose enough, I just like to take them off by hand, but this one here, I can't really see it, so it's getting a little easier. As you can see, the other one I undid a fair bit of it before I put the camera back on. Now there's no chance of that exhaust dropping or anything. There's 2 mounts actually holding it, so not too bothered by that. It must be near the end. Let's see how we go. Yeah, I can undo it by hand. Okay. And there's the nut. Okay, I'm going to have a break. So it seems like the common theme to this engine is 12 to 14 mil. So what we'll do, I may have to use the bigger one. Let's crack all these in one. Well, I didn't need cracking at all. It's rather good. Probably oil filled that one. Crack. Let's just crack all of them. Crack. Then just give them a couple of little turns. There should be a couple underneath there. No cracking required on that one. And the engine's dead cold, by the way. It was moved probably a couple of weeks ago into this spot. Crack. Keep cracking them. Crack. Crack, and a couple of little bits of loosen off. Now I did notice when I pulled number 3 spark plug out, there was an awful lot of gunk in here, and I'm also noticing it down here. Don't really know what all this is. It's burning of some sort, could be plastic, but then again it had a cover on there, so maybe it's just burnt oil. When I cleaned this motor up, they had a fair bit of oil on it. I do believe it's its original head gasket too. I mean, yeah, head gasket, is that right? Yeah. No, that's not right. Manifold? No. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Let's break this one. Yep. And there should be one more just down here. And again, very nice. Let's do the hard ones first. Now that's cracked, so we'll just do that one possibly by hand. Kind of wants to come out, kind of doesn't. I'm kind of in an awkward position here as well, which is not helping. Let's see, here we go. So I think I'll take all these out and I'll just fast forward on the video. Again, I'm going to do that one in my hand. The rest of my working out, so just do that by hand. One. take slightly longer. I'll do that. So I put a longer extension on it, so it gives me a great grab. And again, we can probably undo that one now by hand because it won't, the ratchet won't work now, so we'll just sort of do that by hand. I could probably put a slightly longer, I might do that actually. So I put a longer extension on it, so it gives me a greater grab. Are you off? I don't think so. Yeah, you are. Okay, I don't want to lose this. And again, there's a lot of crumbly stuff in there. And there should be a washer to go with that one as well. I'd be surprised if it's not a washer. I can't really see one. Oh, is that a washer there? No, it's just crumbly stuff. So, move on to the next one. Now again, I apologise if you hear my heavy breathing. I do have a medical condition, so I've had 6 heart attacks, so I kind of breathe a little heavy. Okay, so we're near the end there where we can do this by hand. And again, and what I'm looking for this time is a washer, and there is a washer, so which means, oh, see that time the whole stud came out, which is okay. We just have to put the whole stud back in. There is a washer in the other one because it's still there. So we'll crack this one. Might need the short one again on this one. And before we take it right off, we're going to fish for that washer. These are on. Yeah, you're on. Oh, there's another one where it looks like the whole stud has come out. That's okay. You can always put that back in afterwards. Let's see how we go here. Right, so that's 1, 2, 3 of the bottoms, which is the hard side. Now let's do the tops. Let's work further away so it gets a bit easier instead of a bit harder. So we had a bit of a low battery issue just then, so let's put you in a better spot like that. Okay, let's continue. So we're doing the top ones again. Again, I can do it by hand now, so I think we can just Again, it should be a washer. And there is, but it's kind of stuck. If it's stuck, we'll leave it there. Because when we take the manifold off, we can take it out. Yeah. So we were supposed to be going on this one. Yeah. Okay, so again, it's pretty loose. We can probably get away with doing that by hand. So we'll just undo that. Alright. Yeah, we don't want to lose that. The washer going to come off. That one will. Take that. Just double check that first one. Yeah, that will come off. Maybe. Certainly loose enough. And if you can take it off now, you're probably better off to. Where's that little screwdriver? Yeah, there we go. So far we only have to watch for one. Still going to need that screwdriver to help get him off. Okay, he's off. So we have two to go. Let's go the reverse one. Oh, actually, there's not two to go. There's two I think I might have missed altogether. So let's just make sure I cracked that one. I did not. But while we're there, let's continue with that one as well. It's the rear one. Should have realised it should have been 8, not 6. Basically 2 for each exhaust port. Alright, down there. Oh, don't lose that. Nope. Thank you very much. Wash it. Come on. Gotcha. Doesn't really matter what order they go in. I think what we'll do, we'll crack that one that we didn't crack. Down here. Oh, I must have cracked that one. Okay. So that one's. Let's get rid of the other one that we already half taken out. So it looks like it's almost out anyway. Yep, washer. Let's get the washer. Gotcha. What do you got left? 2 left to go. Rightio. Let's grab the one that's under here. It's a little harder to see. Not as hard as down there. Now, I am not a mechanic, and I'm not. But when I was younger, I did a lot of mechanical work. I did a lot of my own work. While it has been probably 30 years since I pulled down an engine, and engines are all basically the same, no matter whether they were 1980s or 90s, 2000, doesn't really matter. They all basically operate the same way. Let's take that. Yeah. Wash it off as well. And the hand I'm wrestling with one, I don't want to have to wrestle with 10 trying to take this off. Come on. Got it. Okay, so we should be on the last one now. We should see some movement almost. But we'll take this right off. It's not like it's going to fall anywhere. Most of the studs are all still in there. It does look like, because these ones here were nuts and there's bolts running through, we're going to have to drop this part of the exhaust because this won't release because it's still attached to the exhaust. So what can I do here? Well, I could probably undo the mount that's holding the exhaust. It's actually holding it to the block, so maybe we could do that. So I'll bring it in and I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So we can either take that off, but that exhaust bracket's pretty rough. I mean, that would be the easiest option, but the bolt's pretty thin. Or we can take them off the mozzie. Okay, or we could take them off the gearbox here. Basically what we want to do is we need to bring access for this to come this way. Now, it is on springs down here, so you get some kind of movement out of it. I'm actually more inclined to take it off here, but I think what we should do is remove this sensor. So I'll get a spanner on that and take the sensor out, only because there's not much give in this. Do we need much give? Maybe not, but let's undo these ones here anyway. So to turn the crankshaft over, I use a 17mm, and it turns out it's a 17mm on these ones here as well. Makes, oh man, that mozzie is just annoying. Oh God, maybe not. Let me crack these. Well, I couldn't really crack those two, so I've gone for the first option, which was undo the clamp. It's not easy for you to see down there, so yeah, I've cracked it, but the nut on the other side is kind of spinning, so I need to get it around enough to lock the spanner on the nut. Come on. I think it's coming. Oh. Just a little bit worried now about getting my ratchet off. I'll go a little more. Can I still get that off? Yeah, just, that's it. So we might have to go in with the spanner now. Spanner's got tons of room. It's one of those situations where a ratchet spanner would probably come in handy. Actually, I believe I have one. Hang on. Well, I do, but I don't have a 14 in a ratchet spanner, so you just have to keep persevering with this. Some might even say you should probably take the exhaust off beforehand, but anyway, we're just sort of rolling along and finding the problems together. And I just wonder, is this just holding? Oh, this is a single clamp being molded in. Is it still? The bolt looks like it's coming out, and I can see some fluff on the nut. So I do know the nut's not turning, but geez, this is awkward. Okay, I'm back. I had to pause because I had sweat running down my face and into my eyes, and I was quite blinded. Now, today is 34 degrees. Now, we may have to put one of these on. So, I've been wiggling around with this, and I was thinking, if this exhaust drops off and that comes off too, the whole lot might drop down and take that sensor with it. So the last minute I've decided to take the sensor off. And as you can see, when I tried to move that, the whole lot has come. Does that come because I loosened that off? Now, here's an interesting question. What if I go that way and do that again, and then actually take gravity? Where are we? Let's put you there for the moment. Let's put you back here. Let's see where you're seeing. Yep, you're seeing that. So can I do this? And then take that off. I think I can. Okay, I don't want to wreck that. So clearly it's all out of the way now. Yeah. Okay, up we go.